And welcome back to another daily devotion. I'm Pastor Roy here at Woodlawn Christian Church in Lake City, Iowa, and this devotion is for Monday, March 27th of 2023. We are in the book of 1 Corinthians, and we have made it to chapter 10 today. Today we're just going to look at the first 5 verses because I'm a little bit of a hurry. I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon, and I'm preparing for a funeral tomorrow. With that, let's take a look at the first 5 verses. This first section, verses 1 through 22, in the RSV is called Warnings from Israel's History. And that's what we're going to look at, some of these warnings. So, without further ado, let's look at verses 1 through 5 today. I want you to know, brethren, that our fathers were all under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and all were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. And all ate the same supernatural food, and all drank the same supernatural drink. For they drank from the supernatural rock which followed them, and the rock was Christ. Nevertheless, with most of them God was not pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. All right, and that word overthrown is sometimes translated as scattered, and that sounds a little bit rougher because today we were just talking about the valley of dry bones and the scattered bones in the valley. People all perished before going into the promised land. Here, if you remember, they were all followed, they all had the same food, the manna from heaven. The supernatural rock that they're saying is Christ. That's a rabbinic tradition. That's a story that the rabbis told, believing that this rock followed them along in the desert, providing their water. And of course, it was the early Christians accepted that as a precursor to Christ, or a foreshadowing of Christ. It's Christ in that whole thing of the Exodus and coming into the promised land. Not quite into the promised land yet, though, because that's the problem. Remember, they sent out the spies, and only 2 of them said, hey, we need to go in there and conquer those people. The rest were all afraid. They're giants, all of that stuff, that whole story. But only Joshua and Caleb were faithful. But the rest of them all ate of that supernatural food. All of them drank of that same supernatural water. Yet only these 2, Joshua and Caleb, had the faith in God, that God would provide. Even though all of the rest had been provided for. They'd all had that same provision, but only 2 really had faith. And so these 5 verses, I think what it speaks to us is, all of us read the same Bible. We might read different translations, I'll grant you that, but we all read the same Bible. We all claim to worship the same God, the same Christ. But we all have the same faith. Some can consume the same diet and drink. And when the test comes, when things go south and things get rough, they crumble. And others, you see, when things get tough and things get rough and the world really comes down on them, they hold on and they belligerently hang tight. We just had Gloria and Virgil Pettit today gave a testimony today in worship, and there's 2 of the people that they've had some difficulties in life. But by God, they are probably 2 of the major witnesses of faith and belief that God will get them through no matter what the world throws at them, no matter what illness, no matter what their bodies do or don't do. They believe. They have faith in the Lord, and they're great witnesses. And again, Gloria today rose up in church today and gave a great witness to us all. Praise and bless her. She is a wonderful, wonderful Christian spirit. She's one of those Joshua and Caleb's. She believes, and we need to hang tight to those folks like that. We need to emulate their witness. All right. So with that, I'm going to try to keep this one very short today because I've got to get back to Marge Burley's funeral. And bless Marge was a wonderful witness as well, a wonderful, wonderful woman of faith. Another one of we lost a good one. So with that, if you enjoy these devotions, please do like and subscribe. Make a nice comment. whatever. Share these videos. If there's another book you'd like to study, as well as if you must want to know about 1 Corinthians, if you're here. But if you want to look at something else, go to my YouTube channel. You'll find the playlists of all the various different books that we've covered thus far. If there's a book that you don't see that you'd like to see us cover, we will be doing 2 Corinthians after 1 Corinthians, of course. But after that, I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I have not even begun to consider that yet. I don't work that far out in the future. So if there's something you'd like to see us do that we've not done yet, please make a comment. Send me a message. All right. Have a blessed day. And please, please, please be a blessing to someone today. Tell them about Jesus, that supernatural Jesus that follows you and gives you that supernatural drink when you are out in the wilderness and you feel lost and discouraged. All right. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.